In this demonstration, we'll show how DataWalk can be used to fuse and analyze data from many sources and systems in order to quickly provide a holistic view of the financial crime risk of entities and individuals. Then we'll show how to do triage and investigation on the most suspicious cases. We start here on the DataWalk Universe Viewer, which provides a visual, business-oriented representation of any or all of your desired data. Via the Universe Viewer, you can import and structure your data, configure and tune rules and scores, and alert on any desired condition. DataWalk provides a unique risk scoring capability that can be used to evaluate KYC risk, AML risk, or fraud risk of contractors, employees, transactions, or other entities or events. These risk elements can then be combined to generate an overall, holistic financial crime risk score for any person or entity of interest. This icon represents a data set of holistic financial crime scores for contractors and customers. Then this data set provides score definition and an explanation of results. At any time, we can view and manipulate the underlying data via table view. At a glance, we can see the holistic score for each entity, as well as other details about this entity. Analysts can easily define scores using expert rules, machine learning models, and/or social network algorithms. Social network algorithms enable you to automatically identify and visualize criminal networks. Looking back on the score definition and explanation, we see all rules that have been assigned and triggered to assess the risk value. To be able to assess the overall financial crime risk, DataWalk provides the powerful capability to combine various sources, systems, and databases, regardless of how different they are in their nature. As an example, data from an existing AML alerting system is being used here, along with data from KYC sources, the CRM system, and the ERP system. With DataWalk, you can also easily supplement your data via external sources such as regulatory data feeds, public registries, social media, and other links and documents which are downloaded from an offshore leaks database. It's relevant to note here that the lines between datasets are cross-references or connections. When we hover over a connection, the definition is displayed. To link data, we can use a common key such as a social security number or a phone number, but DataWalk enables you to also apply much more advanced entity resolution techniques, which are often needed when data is in different formats from different data silos. Just as an example, to be able to identify the same entities across disparate sources, we've applied a number of rules including common keys and fuzzy logic, though any desired types of combinations can be used. The data structure shown on the Universe Viewer is customized for each implementation, typically in just a few days, and then your administrator can further extend or modify this structure if desired. The score definition can easily be modified or expanded with whatever rules and data you want to use in order to enhance your risk assessment capabilities. As an example, I'll generate a new rule for our holistic score. I'll drag and drop new data with scam addresses that were scraped from the internet. The system automatically suggests data types, though I can change any of these if needed. And then the data is imported into the system. I select this new data set as main, and then I can go to the entities data set to see which of our entities are known to be associated with these scams. A histogram enables me to see the data distribution for each data set, and I can filter down to select only cases which are pending. All steps are recorded in these breadcrumbs, and I can save this analysis, giving it a name of scam emails. And once saved, the result is available in this panel that we call the workspace, where each tile represents an analysis or rule that has been previously created by you or by others who've shared it with you. Now we can instantly use the rule I've just created, adding this to our holistic financial crime score. Next, we'll demonstrate how to perform triage and investigation on objects of interest. We open the list with the top 1% of objects with the highest holistic score value. I take the highest scoring contractor, the BCM company, and here we see a summary of key information about them. We see the score value, contractor details, and the list of individual risks assessed by your existing systems or by DataWalk. And we see the BCM company is rated as low risk for AML, medium risk for KYC, and as high risk for procurement fraud and cybercrime. We also see that the system indicates there's high risk that this entity is part of an organized crime network. Each type of risk is explained in the separate widgets. For example, seeing that KYC risk is marked as medium, we see that BCM was blacklisted by a local authority. In this way, we can explain other types of risks. We can also leverage external sources such as OSINT or open source intelligence to see adverse media and digital fingerprints associated with the entity. Next, we see that a BCM counterparty has been identified as a nexus in an organized criminal chain. We can take a look at this cluster on a link chart, and we instantly see indications of potential fraud where one company and one employee share common bank accounts. We see that BCM and Frontinet are correlated directly through IP addresses being used for login to the company's systems. Glancing at shareholders in the board of directors, we see that both companies have the same individuals engaged. Jeremy Engel shares the same account with BCM and was linked through social media to contact phone numbers provided by BCM, indicating and confirming his direct link to a BCM counterparty. Now we can expand the link chart by searching public registries and performing NLP on the downloaded PDF report to get additional knowledge about our suspicious entity. To finalize the investigation, we also can easily identify and merge possible matching records using a highly flexible rules engine. Once matching records have been identified, we can then merge them either automatically or manually. Note that DataWalk Entity Resolution automatically tracks the lineage of all entities in the system, and if desired, you can later undo a merged record. Now we can save our investigation for future reference and as evidence for this case. Having access to such holistic scores, all your anti-crime departments across your organization can now be integrated and united in the fight against crime, getting powerful insights about the overall risk associated with customers, business partners, employees, or anything else.